Check 1, 2. Let's go. All right. NFP, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently 4 minutes away from NFP release. We are not in any trades. I repeat, I am not in any trades. So let me go to my pairs that I like to trade on. Let me get rid of the bookmarks. Right. EU. Took out lows, 1, 2, liquidity. We might be bullish here. Swept, displaced upwards. Swept the order block, displaced upwards. We're currently let's clean this chart up a little bit. Two minutes. I like EU, I think, a little bit better. Okay, so it's a 1 minute NFP. I should get the markets up on my phone. Less than a minute to go. Ten seconds. Rays are going up to 6, 7, T, GU, 30 on EU, 120. Okay, it's jumped up. Not looking good for USD. Ooh, more employment, a lot less NFP. I think this is gonna go up. So we swept this session here, took the lows, We just need a pullback into nice. Still going up. I plan for it to come a little bit deeper. I'm not really interested in sells because I do think this is mostly bullish on EU, which is bearish on DXY. So essentially, I'm waiting for a pullback and then an entry to sell. We did not sweep the previous session from yesterday. Uh, So what I'm looking for. So we swept London initially, dropped all the way down. We was in sales, then consolidated, accumulated a little bit. Got these lows over here. Then we displaced up, consolidated, displaced up, and then with news as well, displaced up. Sweeping the first session, sweeping the previous high, sweeping basically all of this liquidity over here. All of this liquidity just got swept. Now it looks like a potential displacement to the downside, meaning that we can then get into a potential retest of here, which lines up with this order block, which could be our entry to then sell this to the downside, meaning that USD is bullish, which all the news doesn't. It's a bit mixed. The overall of, I guess, the markets for DXY is that it's bullish. The only thing is, this displacement hasn't broken structure, so it is invalid. I'll show you why. Oh. Is it? I think this is it. Yep. Going through the YouTube videos of ICT Trader, and with the simplest way to describe our entry strategy is a sweep, displacement, and then retrace enter. That's the simplest. But within this displacement, we want to mark a shot to shift. So, and also market shot to shifts or displacement has to be minimum 5-minute time frame. So I know I drew one here, but it was never really valid. Just wanted to see what would happen. Excuse me, for my own personal studying, I guess. Yeah, let's have a look at some other pairs as well. Okay, zoom out a little bit. Actually, no, let's go. Let's go ahead. Yeah, swept above, displaced downwards. I don't know if it was. Oh, we missed this. This was a good entry right here. Displaced downwards. Oh, this is order block. Order block. Displacement. Push up to the order block. He would have been targeting this liquidity right here. This would have been a hit, but that's already happened. Something we were looking at. Targeting these sessions here. Price ended up getting to this high over here. Unfortunately, we missed that as well. OP. Consolidating, that swept. It was bullish. Boom, 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 but swept lows. Probably continue up. And then this swept, consolidated, swept here. I think this is going to reverse because there's still liquidity up here. Oh, let me see something. Oh, I don't like those wicks. A lot of equal highs over here. think we're done for the day. I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't think I want to trade. I'll just take my win. So for maybe I could go right now. Okay. So for the trade we took today, we only took one trade. Hold on. We'll stay a little bit longer. Let me show you. This is the trade we took. It's 1 to 8. We set our stop loss just above this order block. When we close partials here, set our stop loss to the order block, and we doubled our account, which is much needed because it was on a losing streak. So yeah, that was a good trade that we took. And now we're just watching. So this we can get rid of and make this a more relevant area. If we was to enter buys, we would need price to come down its place in the fair value gap and then push here. There's also a order block here. I would say this is a good fair value gap. I would even trade order block here. With GU, we have swept upwards. Look at this. We do need a displacement downwards on the 5-minute. Let's see if we start thinking about that as a sell. Now it's just a waiting game, pretty much. Okay, so price is dropping. It's not displacing. So I do think it's reacting to this area here. We are bearish overall. We are also at this area, this low, which we've swept. So the next liquidity is quite far away. So it could be a chance of reversing and aiming for liquidity that's above. We've also had a mark to shift with this push. We've broken these highs over here. Mark like this. So we displaced upwards breaking structure. We swept this session over here. So if you go back to that documents sheet, it's very simple stuff really, but don't need the whole documents to show it. But sweep is the first thing. We swept the low here and we swept the low here. So we've had two sweeps, okay? Then we need a displacement with a market structure shift. We've displaced and we market structure shift because we broke this high over here. Then we need a retrace to then enter. And look, we have a very powerful fair value gap. It's retracing to this area. And then this is how we would enter. Will we target with the target external liquidity above? So it'll be things like the hourly highs and whatnot. So areas like so. We probably where my first stop loss is. TP is. Let's make it gray. And then enter something like this. This is what GE. That's 603. Putting a small amount on this. And TPI. Two, 4, 7. There you go. Just like that we're in. And let's see what happens now. This is us saying that DXY is bearish. I mean bullish, sorry. We're assuming that that was a fake out to drop, and we are going to break this high over here and whatnot. So I'll post on EU. Got a fairly passive stop loss, hence why we reduced the risk. And we'll buy into these areas of liquidity over here. So this one be at TP1. TP1 will probably be this order block right here. Then I'll look at this high right here. Then I'll look at this high right here. Then here. And then even potentially here. Where we would have an area here too. At all these levels, we'll see how price reacts. And then we'll take our TP as accordingly. And that could potentially be 1 to 5. Realistically, being passive is a 1 to 2.2. You know, optimistic. Like over here, I'd say is optimistic. 3.61 and unrealistic is like 1 to 6. But we'll see. We're in this. Posted it into the Telegram. So you can see that I do everything live. Like I can't hide. Like I can't delete anything. It's on live stream. It's on my Telegram. I don't delete any of my losses. I keep a track of everything. And yeah. So I'll probably just leave this, let it run, see what happens, and then I would reassess if it either hits stop loss or if it continues to touch these barriers of which I'm interested. Wait, buying this means that we're saying this is bearish. This is about to approach this area here. So if DXY breaks this, it's probably gonna hit stop loss. But if it gets touches it and goes down, we're good. I misread that, I won't lie. potentially. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off either way. I mean, we're in the trade. Um, actually, let's leave it for a bit. Nice loss. Yeah, it looks like it wants to continue going up. Oh, rejection here. Also an order block over here as well. It basically is now or never. If it doesn't go up now, we're lost. We've lost. If it rejects this completely, we've won. So that's why we put a small amount into the trade. It can pay quite handsomely, especially with its NFP, with it being an NFP. I'm contemplating. I do want to log off because I have things to do, but it is quite close to stop loss. I do want to kind of wait at the same time. Good rejection. We put it below the order block because the order block is close to the fair value gap. Also, it's an NFP, so there's going to be some chance for a lot of huge wicks, and then also it was quite a decent area. So that's why we put our stop loss down here, and not just right next to the bottom of the fair value gap. So if it does go up, it'll be because of that. So we'll just leave the arrows for now since we're already in a trade. See what happens. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in this stream. I feel like it's gonna fool around here for a while. Actually, we'll give it like 2 minutes. Let's give it 2 minutes. Like stop loss. He didn't hold these areas here. He didn't hold this, didn't hold this. If this is still ongoing, but yeah, stop loss here. Alright, GG. And we're done for the day. But we're still at profit, which is good. Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna get involved anymore. Peace. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys on Monday. Might do some streams on Saturday, Sunday, we'll see. Unlikely, but we'll see.